Welcome to a brand new episode. New month. We always have to give thanks, basically, for the health and strength of a new day, and remain strong in this negative world we call the planet Earth. Welcome all to all my children. I am here, the Oracle 19, and I am greatness. Again, today's episode is going to be called Demons Among You. Who are the demons in your circumference? Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it your significant other? Is it the government? Or is it a little bit of everyone? Again, before we start on this information here, I want to, again, show my thanks, and once again, I appreciate all that you have done for me in supporting this podcast and continue supporting this podcast. We do have another sponsor, Mr. Will, WJA Accessories. His link is going to be on the description, in the description box. WJA Accessories. And if you need any fitness consulting, his email is in the description box as well. And he sells merch as well, which again, you will see all of that information in the description box. Again, if you want to support the machine, this clothing accessories, my baby mall in the description box as well. www.evolutionoflondon.com. Once again, www.evolutionoflondon.com for all your support. So you can support the machine, continue supporting the machine there. And also, teespring.com/stores/Evolution of London. We have upgraded. So the website changed, but the merchandise is still the same. Will now be evolutionoflondon.org. O-R-G. evolutionoflondon.org. So try to simplify it for everyone. Make it easier for you to dive right in and check out our custom clothing. But again, support our new sponsor, WJA Accessories. And also, if you need fitness consultation, he's the guy that can give you the information on diet and health and everything else in between. So, Big Will, welcome to the Matrix. And again, any business information, any more people that want to be on this platform and sell their merchandise, you can hit me up. evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Once again, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. If you want me to promote your merch or any other business endeavors that you have for me. And again, so today we're going to get into the topic of the day, demons among you. Now, again, as you know, there's a lot of things going on in the news every day. A lot of wicked things out here. But let's start with the children. how is the negativity is being pushed. You know, if you go on social media, YouTube or Google, they got smart toys that have been out for a long time. You know, just not a long time, but some years now, where these smart toys, people could hack into it, and you think it's innocent, and the hackers could listen into the conversations of your child in the room and whoever else is in the room, and also talk to the child while you're in another room. Now, I'm going to clarify that. They have a lot of these smart toys that can talk to the child, interact, but also it could be used to listen, to talk to the child while you're in another room, get sensitive information. There's apps too that is about that, what I'm explaining as well. There's apps basically for kids that I believe something like Talking Time app, that you talk to, is like a little cat, and whatever the child repeats, this app, Talking Time, will repeat back. Question you have to ask yourself is, all of this technology is just another loophole to really possibly hack into your not only computer or tablet, but also can listen to conversations, what goes on in the house, and also talk to your child and gather information on the quiet tip. If you go into YouTube, look into this topic. Could smart toys be spying on your kids? Could smart toys be spying on your kids? Check that out on YouTube, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Demons among you. That's just one of many examples. Another thing I was checking out is this agenda, and we still dealing with the children, our babies. Transgender toys. To a theater near you. Transgender toys. Coming soon to a theater near you. It's not already here. Now, question is, why is there a need for transgender toys to be even talked about or even put out? Why? What is the point for our babies to have transgender toys? What's the point? They, between the ages of a year to 5 years old. Why? What's the need? Who's pushing the agenda? Something you have to decide for yourself. But I tell you, this is the demons among you. Who are these demons? Is the ones that is pushing the agenda. That's my answer. You have to figure that out for yourself if you don't know. Is the people that is pushing the agenda are the demons among you. You can figure that out. again, continuing on our journey about the babies, they push the agenda with schools to accept transgenders' agenda. I touched on that in different other podcasts. But then that's something you have to, if you don't know, you better know. Because you can't trust the schools. The schools is for the purpose of learning the basics, and believe me, is just what it is, basics. Because all us adults, we can remember in our era, whether 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, so forth, school system is definitely different from what it is now. And the demons among you is trying to get to the babies to push the homosexual agenda. Demons among you. Question you have to ask yourself: do you trust the teachers? Can you trust them? Do you trust them? Do you trust the system, the school system, the government? Something you need to think about. So, again, continuing on our journey of the babies. Doctors. Can you trust the doctors, the nurses, the hospitals? We're not talking about individual doctors, individual teachers, nurses. We're talking about collectively. Do you know what these teachers and doctors, do you know what you know their religion? Do you know their background? What do you know about these doctors and nurses, teachers and professionals? How do you know they don't pray to Satan? Do you really know? Do you know what they do after work? So how can you trust? It's a strange world. And we put our hands and trust in these professionals when it comes to our babies. Demons among you. You just don't know. So, you got to think about it. You better really scrutinize these professionals to the best of your ability. You only know of them. You don't know them. Once again, you only know of them. You don't know them. So that's something you have to look into. Continue on our babies. It's a cold world, my friends. It's a cold world. Now, us adults, we better start paying attention to the new laws and statutes that is being passed right before our very eyes. Some laws is even passed very quietly. Depends on the state, city, province you reside, country. Devils, demons among you. You just don't know. And agendas that your government is using or implementing. They use the COVID, they use the vaccines, not Vaselines, but I was going to be a little funny with that, but never mind. Vaccines. COVID-19 worldwide. I've mentioned this before. Can you trust? Do you know what these chemicals that's going in your body Do you know the chemicals of the vaccine? I bet you don't. Most of y'all are sheep. You don't know, nor you care. Seems to me most of y'all don't care anyway. You just sheep. And it's up to you. I'm not here to be your preacher, nor teacher. Just giving my perspective. So you better start researching. You better start reading and applying things in your daily life, because the demons are among you. So know the laws. Pay attention. You don't have to be a scholar, a lawyer, or paralegal to know the details, the ins and outs, but know what you're up against. Know the basics. Because the demons are among you. Do you trust your pastor, priest, or clergy? Can you trust them? You know, there's movies like The Omen. Should check that out. The old, I think 1976, they had the part 1 and 2 and 3, and then they had a newer version. If you haven't seen the movie The Omen, check that out. And you figure that out for yourself. The Omen. O-W-E-N. The Omen. Basically talks about the Antichrist and who is he, possibly. But again, I'm not going to get on a religious rant. I'm just stating demons among you. You just have to know. Who is your enemy? And it's not necessarily a color thing, particularly. Listen carefully. Because the devil could come in many shapes and forms. We all know that. We know who the devil is. What race that the original devil is, I hope you might know. But if you don't, you know what? I will say this. Should I, greatness, get a little deep here or not? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Let me think on this. Should I or shouldn't I talk about it? You might say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Collectively, that might be true. I'm just going to be politically correct, sort of. But your original devil, if black people is the first on this planet Earth, and black people is civilization started on the African continent, which I'm sure all of us could agree, and the black man and woman are the first civilization on the planet Earth, and we was created in the likeness of the Most High, then the angels is black, and the Lord is black. That means the devil was black. So the original devil was black. But the white man came through us black people, and the white man and woman is the devil that the Bible speaks of. might sound confusing to a lot of people. You think about it. You decide if that's true or not. I leave that up to you. But my point is, the demons around us comes in many shapes and forms. So you just can't look in one direction and thinking the demons or devils is just going to come in one direction at you. They're going to come in many different forms, shapes, sizes, because the devil is a great deceiver. So he is going to come in different avenues to take your spirit and soul. Okay, so I'm not getting on the religious aspects per se. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm giving my perspective. So because I know there's a lot of people out here that would debate with me and say you're wrong and so forth. So if you want to say I'm wrong, that's fine. I take that. So I give you my perspective, my opinion, my perspective. How about that? You can feel warm and fuzzy with that and feel comfortable. See, continuing on our journey of the demons among you, look at the crumbling of the modern day economics of society. Our money really has no value, especially in the United States. But in reality, the paper that we use to transfer to make payments is just what it is, paper. And the powers that be gave it value. Because they are who they are. It's just paper. Because in theory, I could take monopoly money. If I was on top of the food chain in life, I could just take monopoly money and say that is the currency of the world, if I was governing the world. So the moral of that information is, it's just paper. And it, being as paper, it could burn at any time. Meaning the value of that paper could go down on the will of the powers that be. So what are you going to do? At the end of the day, I just want you to be aware. Pay attention. Don't be a sheep surrounded by wolves. It's not a game out here. The demons among you is trying to break you down to submission. And they don't care who you are. Because the elitist is for their agenda, not your agenda. And they trying to break down our babies. So what you gonna do? Again, I'm giving you my perspective, so it's up to you. If you're not feeling what I'm saying, it is okay. It's totally up to you. Protect your family, though. Protect your babies. Protect your elders. Protect your spouses that is for you. Stay strong. Thank you for listening.